What's going on, people? Asbestos Festus here. Today we're going to be test driving a vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online on the test track that I made called the Diamond Circuit. As you all know, it's right in front of the Diamond Casino, hence the name. It's also got strong, long pieces of track, short pieces of track, and even a maneuverability section to basically simulate every single possible driving condition you're going to experience with the vehicle. As always, low times are good, high times are bad. Best times are good, low best times are even better, and everything is subjective. So at the end of the video, as always, I'll give my final thoughts on the vehicle and tell you if it's worth your money or not. Without further ado, let's begin. Upon driving the Pariah around, I've taken it around this track about 50 times, done around 150 laps with this car. I know the ins and outs of this car. I pretty much live this car now with how much I've driven it around. There's a couple things wrong with this car that I've noticed. A, when you get it airborne around a corner, you tend to really want to lose control. B, if you hit a bump hard enough, it wants to lose control. It's a squirrely vehicle, but it's not bad. You can really, if it doesn't go squirrely as bad, you can quickly recover it. If you're a good enough driver, you can quickly recover. But there's a couple instances where I couldn't recover fast enough, and whenever I completely spun out, there was just so much wheel spin. It was just atrocious how bad the traction is on this vehicle from a standstill and smashing on the gas. As far as it's going to affect the scores quite a bit. So the way I'm scoring this is the top speed. This includes the time to reach top speed. That's on that straightaway on the highway on the track. The acceleration, which is giddy up and go. This is subjective. I'm scoring it against I believe it's called the Coil Raiden. This is the fastest accelerating car in the game. As far as top speed goes and the time to reach top speed, the Pariah is going to be the standard, so the Pariah is automatically going to score a 10 here. Braking, I'm scoring the braking on the Akuma, the motorcycle, the Akuma, just because as soon as when you go from top speed to hitting the brakes, it is almost an instantaneous stop. Well, no, actually, I take that back. The Oppressor Mark 1 motorcycle, from hitting the boost from top speed, hitting both brakes, it is almost nearly instantaneous, so I'm scoring upon that. Handling, as far as the steering goes, it's kind of hard. I'm going against, I can't say tank steering, but whatever, what have you. And traction, this is basically on how much wheel spin you have on the recovery, how squirrely it gets if you throw it around a corner. Handling, how easy you can throw it around a corner, how fast it loses control. So pretty much the rest of this is scored out of 50 possible points. A lot of this is based on stat, but a lot of this is subjective as well. And I think we all can agree that no car is going to hit a perfect 50. So, as far as scores goes, the top speed, Pariah, like I said, is going to automatically rate a 10. It hits top speed almost fucking quick. So the top speed, it hits it really quick. Again, that's why it hits That's why it hits a perfect 10. Acceleration, the giddy up and go is pretty decent. You can get up around people within a reasonable amount of time. It's not as fast as pretty much an electric supercar or the electric sports car. It's in its class. It completely outclasses it in acceleration. It drops down to an 8, which is still a relatively high score for this vehicle. Braking distance, it is atrocious when you slam on the brakes. If you've ever driven the rat truck, when you slam on the brakes from top speed, it takes like 1,000 feet. This car takes about 500 feet to stop from full speed. But the thing that's saving its score is how many pumps it takes. It takes between 2 and 3 pumps. So whenever you're pumping the brake 2 or 3 times, that's what you can get it to a maneuverable speed. So that's what's bringing its score up to a 7. The traction, there's a lot of wheel spin, and that drags its score down significantly. The handling, or as far as stability goes, it doesn't want to spin out. So whenever you corner it, it doesn't really want to spin out. There's a little bit of wheel spin, but it's not like unbearable. There's another car I've had. It was pretty shit traction. What was it? There's the Haikuchu drag. You can really corner that thing, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But whenever you go around a corner, it wants to spin out like immediately. The best example would be the Italy GTO before they fixed it. The traction on that thing was garbage. As soon as you can get it around a corner, it was good, and as soon as it was just as soon as you start hitting bumps, it got real squirrely. So, the traction is down to a 6 specifically for the wheel spin. Handling, which is, like I said, steering, how easy you can put it in a corner, how easily you can recover this. It hitting jumps, going around corners and jumps, it really wants to spin out. So that drops its score down to a 7 for a total score of 38 out of 50 possible points. So, it is what it is. Deal with it. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.